My lovers, welcome to my channel. My name is Maid4luv, and today we are doing a what do they want you to know reading. So it's what your significant other, your person wants you to know and that they may not be able to tell you for whatever reason, whether it's physical distance, emotional distance, blah 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 blah. Before we begin, don't forget that this week is the last week to enter the holiday giveaway. I will be doing the lives on the 18th. Okay. Um, you can submit entries up until midnight on the 17th. Okay, so don't forget, more than $1,111 worth in prizes for the first prize alone. The other thing is, I think it's at midnight tonight is the last. Oh, at midnight tonight is the deadline for the 20% off for clearing services. So there's also that's happening. All right, let's get into this. Now, I don't read reversals in this deck. We're getting now a significator for your person's energy generally. And what we have is life force, and it says here Aphrodite. So this is sacral chakra energy, and it's sacral chakra energy roaring to life. Now, whether that has them on some kind of sexual rampage or they're in total creator mode, because sexual energy is creative energy, and we're not going to know until we start pulling the cards, but they feel, active, energetic. They feel like there's some sort of action that needs to be taken in their life. Okay, so let's see what this is all about. So their energy generally, we have guardian angels, and what's been highlighted is deceit. Okay, so we see where the action comes in. What their guardian angels, their spirit guides, the ascended masters that have been working with them, deities that have been working with them, what they've been trying to tell your person, I think what they finally got through to your person is that they've been living a lie. Whether it's the whole life that they currently have, whether they've not been completely truthful to themselves, and of course, if you're not completely truthful to yourself, then you're not completely truthful to other people around you. So you're living on the outskirts of integrity. And that's what they've been trying to communicate to your person. And it feels like they finally got through, because this is your person here. And if you look, this person is taking off the mask. Now, they feel a bit insecure. Look at the hand gestures there. They're feeling a bit insecure with this mask off. Okay, so they might be kind of self-protective. They might be feeling kind of vulnerable. There might be a measure of shame that is attached to finally, seeing the truth of who you are, recognizing maybe the harm and hurt that's been caused to both to themselves and to other people. Okay, so it feels like a moment of, I don't know, they're saying cavehood, but it's kind of a retreat into self as you kind of recalibrate, because you're a new person, right? You're a new person. You've taken off the mask, but it also is a moment of hesitation, because they're being pushed to take action, to put this new self out there. It's a hard ask. It's a hard ask, especially if they've spent decades living as one person. Okay, and sometimes unconsciously knowing that unconsciously, and sometimes it may not have been a conscious decision that they made. Maybe that ego formed very early in your person's life as a protective mechanism, right? So they may not even have known what their true self was. They're now in this place of self-discovery. So it's a protective energy. It's an energy of retreat, but they are being prodded because they shouldn't be prodded them along. They're being prodded to live their best life and live their most authentic life at this time. All right. So let's see the energy towards you here now. Cavehood, my God. The words that get coined. My goodness. I don't really reveal cells in this deck either. We have fortune. Okay. So what I get from this already is now that the mask is off, they are seeing you as a treasure. My precious. Right, they're seeing you as a treasure. They're seeing just how abundant you are, how happy and bright you are, how bright your light is, right? And that makes them feel a bit self-conscious as well. They also see, because the snake is featured prominently in this deck, how much you have played a role in transforming them and transforming their life. Their energy towards you. We have detachment. But there's a song that's, playing in my head, Sail Away. Sail away, sail away, sail away. I think they thought that they could detach from you. I think that they thought that if they put enough physical distance between you guys, that they, well, like, outer side will be out of mind, right? I think that's what they thought. But they're sitting here and like neck deep in their emotions right now, and they're recognizing that to be a lie. Okay? When the mask is off, all the truths come in. They're recognizing that to be a lie. They're realizing that whatever emotions they have for you, it's nothing that's going to go away. It's nothing that's going to go away with time. It's nothing that's going to go away with distance. It's nothing that's going to go away with experiences. It's nothing that's going to go away with interference. It's nothing that's going to go away. Okay? So now they're not even sure what to do here, because they have created so much physical and emotional distance between you guys. Let's do some clarification here. Yeah, but that's what I'm getting. We have the Five of Cups in reverse. Regret. And I definitely think that. I think they thought, keeping you at arm's length was the only solution, the only way. But they realized that not even that has worked. All right, let's see this Deceit card. We have the Eight of Cups. Yeah. So Spirit's asking, walk away from this mask, walk away from this life that you've been living, because it's not been a life that's been living in truth. Okay? It's a life that's been living that's been lived in the shadows, right? Always hiding who you are, what you're thinking, your life philosophies. You inside you're one person, and on the outside you're somebody else, right? So Spirit's telling them that they have to stop being on the outskirts of integrity and really come into and step into their truth. Now we have here detachment. They thought that, detaching themselves from you would be enough to set them free from these feelings that they've been feeling, from the situation that you guys are in. And it just did not work out that way. We have the Page of Wands in reverse. So they may have even gone no contact, no communication, hoping that that would work. But what's done, it's amplified their feelings for you. We have the Two of Wands in reverse, which goes to the Ace of Wands. So, absence made the heart grow fonder in this case. So they're sitting there now with a failed experiment and not sure what is going to be their next move. Now let's ask Spirit, what do they want you to know at this point in time? So I didn't get out that deck. What do they want you to know? What's the most important message that they want you to know right now? In the extended, we're going to use basically the same format for the third party. So that's if your person is with somebody else. But let's look at what is the message that they want you to know. Most important message that they want you to know right now. All right, we have coming apart. And it's in reverse. And I do read reversals in this deck. So, they really thought that they were breaking this tie between you guys. And maybe you might have even been the one that created some distance, right? Because you guys felt like you need to get perspective, and to respect boundaries, blah, 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 right? Whatever happened, okay? But it only served to amplify the connection between you guys, right? So the out of sight, out of mind experiment did not work. What do they want you guys to know? Most important message that they want you to know. We have storm feels in reverse, and it feels like everything's going to be all right kind of card. Let's see what's going on. Storm feels in reverse. Spirit, what do they mean? Let's hear about the storm feels in reverse. We have the 10 of Swords. That's a lot of pain. And that is betrayal. We have the 7 of Swords. You know what this is? They want to make peace. It feels like you guys went through a lot, or this person did a lot to you, okay? And it may have even, culminated in a situation that was untenable. You just couldn't move past it, okay? Some sort of deep betrayal here. We have the 10 of Swords and we have the 7 of Swords, right? So we're talking about physical hurt and pain, emotional hurt and pain, because someone was not upfront with what they were thinking, feeling, or doing. We have the 3 of Cups. So for some of you guys, you may not have known that there was somebody else in the picture. They may have actively hidden that from you, or they may have been with you and emotionally they were with somebody else, or vice versa. Okay, so whatever it was that they were doing, it feels like it culminated in an event or a situation that caused you a lot of hurt and pain. And this is them acknowledging that, because what they're asking for right now is a reunion. Family reunion, right? It's a reunion. We have the 6 of Cups. This is also them acknowledging, they let you know they see you. They see you. We saw that, treasure card at the bottom. This is how they see you. They see you as a treasure, and it is their hope that you guys can put this behind you guys, and reunite, and let it feel so good, right? So this is where they are at. So basically, what's the most important thing? They want you to know is sorry. Sorry. Right? Sorry. Words don't come easily. Like, forgive me. So this is where they're at. They don't even know what to say to you right now. Because they feel like the weight of everything that's happened is finally falling on them. And it's falling on them because they have finally allowed themselves to feel. They've taken off that mask, that shield, and they're allowing themselves to feel the feels. They don't like how they're feeling, but they feel like they deserve it. 10 of Swords and the 7 of Swords. It looks like they really hurt you, and this is them saying sorry. And they're hoping for a reunion. What does their higher self think about all of this? What does the higher self want you to know? Is this them just talking shit? Or is this the truth? What does their higher self want you to know right now? We have feeling unwanted, right? So not only do they feel on the outside of integrity, but they also feel on the outside of your love. Okay, it feels like when you made up your mind, you know what, this is it. I'm not gonna let this person have access, so much access that they can hurt me. It feels like they're really feeling that distance right now. So it looks like you sailed away from this person. All right, what does the higher self want you to know? We have having it all. Okay, so what your person is realizing or has realized, because we have this epiphany, this light coming through here, is that with you they could have it all, right? You know, what's that? The 80% and 20% rule, and everybody not doesn't necessarily have everything that you're looking for in a partner. And if you get 80%, you accept it, whatever. But they feel like they could have it all. They could have it all with you. Like you tick, you know, all their emotional and physical boxes and spiritual boxes. They feel like they could truly have it all. They could have heaven on earth with you. So it feels like everything here is really their heart's desire. It's really their heart's desire. And when they think about their legacy and what they can build and create and sustain in this lifetime, they see themselves doing it with you as their partner. For some of you guys, it might be a family. For some of you guys, it might be a company or a project, an NGO. There might be something here about adoption. I don't know why I'm getting that. Adoption here or fostering. But there's something here, whether it's fostering fur babies or you know, human beings. Mentorship that is coming through as well. But whatever it is, they see themselves doing this, whatever it is, with you by their side. Let's see what their 3D self wants you to know. And then we're going to look at what's happening in their life that's, you know, driving these thoughts, these emotions, these feelings. We have strictly sexual. This connection is passionate, but not enduring. I think that's what they thought. That's what they were able to fool themselves into thinking. We have abundance. You've done the work. Abundance flows to you now. So I think this links back to that same abundance card that we saw underneath the deck. They think that with you, first of all, they see you as a gift from the universe. But they think that with you that they can achieve their heart's desire, their every heart, their every desire, right? As I said, whether it's emotional, spiritual, in the material world, physical, right? They feel like you are a gift. You are a gift. That's what keeps coming through, that you are a gift. Now, what's happening in their life right now? That's driving these thoughts and feelings. What's happening in their life right now that's driving these thoughts and feelings? Okay, we have a foe. Okay, we have an enemy here. Okay, so it feels like in their present life, they're in enemy territory. Let's see what's going on. what's happening in their life right now. So it feels like they're surrounded by people who don't wish them well, and that's making them think of the people who do wish them well, and one of them is you. All right, we have, see what I'm saying? They see you as a friend, right? They see you as a friend. That's always had good intentions. What else is happening? We have a letter. So there's been some sort of communication happening here. Let's see what's, I'll clarify those. We have falseness. That's what I'm saying. They're surrounded by the fake. And then we have pleasure seekers. So what I get from that is they're surrounded by a lot of people who are very superficial. They're only here for the good time, not the long time. That's what I'm getting. And I think that's what they realize. They have people in their life that's only here for the good time, not the long time. And these are frenemies. These are people who are false. These are people who are wearing a mask, just like your person used to wear the mask. Okay. So once you're acting outside of integrity, once you are not being your authentic self, you're going to attract experiences that are not authentic. And it feels like that's exactly what happened to your person. Now we have a letter here, and I'm not sure where that fits in. So let me clarify. Spirit, what's the importance of this letter? It could be that they want to reach out to you because they're surrounded by this banality. We have tickled pink. Yeah, I think this is them wanting to reach out to you. Ace of Wands. But I think they hold themselves back. Yeah, because they're insecure. I think it's them wanting to reach out to you because they're just not connecting with these people who are around them at this time, but they're hesitating about this reaching out because they're not sure how you are going to respond to their overtures. But they see you as a friend, and they see you as a friend in the midst of all these people who are frenemies. What's Spirit's advice for you in this situation? So in the extended, we're going to use the same template. And then at the end, we're going to look at what's going to be a person's next actions towards you within a month of you watching this reading. What's Spirit's advice for you at this time? We have time to go. All right, so Spirit's saying, like, don't look back, keep on moving. Keep on moving forward. It says message in a bottle in reverse. So they want to send you a message, but Spirit is saying message in a bottle in reverse. What is this all about? It's a protection message. All right, let's see. Are you refusing to acknowledge the signs because you want things as you want them? Red flags are not pretty decorations for you to admire. They're warning you for a reason. If something doesn't sit right with you, trouble could be hiding in the bushes. Don't ignore the signs. Spirit always has your best interest at heart and will draw your attention to what you're overlooking. So what I get from that is your person is going to reach out. They're going to reach out. They definitely want to reach out. But Spirit is saying that they too are reaching out and they're trying to guide you. And it feels like there's something about this person that's not quite ready for a relationship. So whether it's because they still have loose ends to tie up, whether it's because they've not completely learned the lesson that Spirit wants them to learn, there's something about them that is incomplete at this time and not relationship ready. And Spirit saying they're going to be sending you messages and signs to let you know when you are on the right track. Okay, so look out for them, and you can ask for specific signs. You can say, Spirit, if I'm going on the right track, let me see a turtle today. And it's snowing, right? And if you see a turtle, whether it's on your TV or whatever, right? Or Spirit, if I'm going on the right track, let me see some kind of increase in my bank account or whatever it is. Okay, and they are going to give you signs to help you on your way. But if there's something here that's saying this person's going to reach out, but they are not relationship ready for whatever reason. Okay? So you have to have your discernment on, and you have to follow your intuition. Okay? Don't be any kind of eager beaver. All right? Okay, my love. So take care. Thank you so much. Please subscribe to the channel if you're able. All right, bye.